Woo, thank you.
All right. Well, hello and welcome to Speedgaming 4 then.
Yeah, hey everyone.
Hi, I'm Tobias. With me on comms is Mel.
Hello.
Hope you're having a wonderful day.
Yeah, we have another Ocarina of Time randomizer match. You're probably watching Speedgaming 1. That one's wrapping up. But here we have tanjo3 versus VidyaJames.
Yep. These two obviously, let me just quickly check the challenge, but as far as I know, this is definitely an important match for their group.
Yeah, it has both play-in implications and, I believe, tiebreaker implications.
Oh, cool. So just...
Yeah, this group's been really fun. So it's groups of 4. Everyone's just kind of like beat everyone else in a circle.
Ooh.
Which is always the nightmare scenario when you're trying to figure out, okay, how do we get to bracket stage from group stage in this case?
Indeed. Yeah, so we are looking at... one... Okay. Everyone in that group has exactly like you said. It's so far we're looking at 3 people with 1 win and only 1 person who so far was only able to get 1 loss in. So nothing has decided in this group yet.
Yeah,
nothing.
No. Our admins are just like biting their nails trying to figure out,
Yeah.
oh, how are we doing this?
What even is this group? What even are?
Yeah. So the other 2 players in this group, Tanjo, VidyaJames, we have Adraxis
Yep, and Mr. Mario.
and Mr. Mario. Yep.
So both of them excellent, or everyone in this group are excellent players on their own right. Adrax has been in the OTR community since forever.
Yeah.
Maybe took a little break, but I mean, Jamie definitely ready for his close-up. Wow, that's an outfit.
Vidya going full on World Series of Poker here. Sunglasses, the Leafs hat, which I'm going to give him a lot of grief about this whole time.
Should have worn the Caps hat, honestly.
Yeah. Let's see. So we got to start with one of our stones, which is great.
Yep.
We need the 3 stones and then the Shadow and Spirit medallions for Bridge and Boss Key, respectively. So starting with a stone is really nice. Runners are being counted down.
And we are off.
Bolero is nice. Free
Yep.
song.
Free song immediately, even before checking the dang the foolish hints outside Temple of Time. Just getting that free song in immediately.
Yeah.
Hard piece in the crater wall.
It's technically faster this way anyway. They have Prelude. They're able to get back. You want the song.
What's that? What's that up there on the volcano? I can't see it. Dang thing. Nope.
I'm going to go
Oh,
ahead.
it's a stick. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, it's either a stick or a bow at that point if it's that hard to see.
It's brown and sticky. It's a stick.
Yep, it's a stick. Both of our players on WeVC. All right, so...
Okay, whoop. Quick photo.
Dodongo's Cavern and Shadow Temple are the other 2 stones, and then Fire and Jabu. Okay, so this is almost a nightmare layout for me because I don't like most of these dungeons.
Fortress, Domain, Fountain, and
Fountain.
Market. Market Foolish.
Yeah.
That's a rare one, honestly. No treasure chest game, no bomb to bowling for us today.
Yeah. No, Market Foolish is really nice, though. All right, both runners, Vidya and Tanjo, are going to be setting it to nighttime. They do have sun song, so they didn't need to do this, but muscle memory. This usually means that you're going to river. It's not hidden foolish. It's 3 checks that you can get. It's 3 hints you can get.
3 hints is the important bit. Hints are really powerful in SGL settings. These are relatively quick seeds, relatively quick runs,
Yeah.
so you're going to want to get as much information as possible as quickly as possible.
Yep. We do have path hints this time, and so they also want to find those as early as possible. We started with one of our required rewards, which means we're likely to get a double or even triple path for other ones.
Yeah.
Shadow as a stone hurts, though.
Yeah, I mean, that is just a guaranteed 15 minutes of going through a very linear dungeon. But otherwise...
Yeah. The nice thing, though, Forest Temple is going to be our light med dungeon today. It is pre-completed, so we don't have to go into Forest.
I mean, that's very useful. That's the other very linear dungeon in OOT Randomizer is Forest Temple. It is just 15 minutes of you have 0 decisions to make and are just
Yep.
and are just
Yeah, especially if it's required.
playing the
0
video
decisions.
game. Yep.
All right, Shadow Trial 2
Is nothing.
is nothing.
And that's a bottle. We won that.
Yeah, we'll get a closer look at that. It's not rotated.
Yep. It's not
so
Rudo's letter.
It's not Rudo's letter.
One of the nicer quality of life features
absolutely.
added to the randomizer recently is just Rudo's letter is now rotated 90 degrees, so it's much GGG to Baronade.
Okay, and Big Goron's dead. Sounds good. You find that bottle, you are just like, why couldn't I have Lullaby?
Yeah.
Why couldn't I have Lullaby
Why
right
couldn't
now?
why couldn't I immediately go and get Ice Cavern out of the way?
Yeah. Now it's gonna be in Windmill. And they're going to be like, great, I found a Scale or Iron Boots and ZL. I should have just gone up river after Tag.
Yeah. Oh well.
Nice glitchless jumps from both runners for that bottle pickup.
Yep. Obviously, you are not supposed to be able to jump across that gap. There's a pretty specific setup that allows you the right position to be able to make that jump. It's a few pixels that you just need to make it. All right.
Oh, Vidya going for a Death Warp here, but didn't set it up on the way up. So this actually is kind of an inefficient way to get to the bottom of river now. You want to take damage as you go up river, so that on the way back down, you only get to about a third of the way.
Yeah, but still saved a few minutes, a few seconds of time over Tanjo here. Both of them are now going to head to Kakariko. That's basically guaranteed because this is where you get your first basically free song, as well as a bunch of easily accessible checks. It's basically the standard opener. No surprises here.
As well as the Skullhouse hints.
Yeah.
40 and 50 are off in these settings. 20 and 30 are still on. Those hints are in the Skullhouse.
Yep, and 10 you just have to get blind.
Yep. Like, who won?
I am not sure. Let's see. 20 is a Deku Shield, so not relevant for us. You can just buy these. And 30 is a Recovery Heart. We are not getting more than 10 Skull Tillas today.
Yes. Okay, so talking about how you route in those 10 skulls. Actually very interesting because people have very different ideas about whether or not it makes sense to just kind of casually pick them up along the way or just push them. And I definitely think you push them.
I kind of disagree. In my opinion, you really can just collect as you go through the world. There's not much sense in making specific or getting out of your way much to pick up those 10 skulls, because you literally just run past 10 skulls. Obviously, it's different if you're starting to get a little bit bottlenecked here and running out of checks. There's Zelda. Can you please put the spoiler lock away, Melqui?
No.
Okay. I guess not.
Come on, Anju. Show us Iron Boots or Scale just to make this terrible.
All right. So we also saw Spirit Temple Path to Bongo Bongo. Second of our path hints.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. All right, Vidya trying to collect the song without showing off the ocarina.
Yeah, you can do that. You can try.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have much success. Okay, so both of them basically converging now on Anju and then the graveyard. This is very neck and neck because, again, standard opener. There's not been much divergence yet. Standard opener because it is, again, you're getting a bunch of checks, you're getting a bunch of hints that are easily and quickly accessible. You're collecting information about where you might want to route in next.
Yeah.
We had the GGG to Baronade so far as our path hints, and we had, what was it to Bongo? Spirit Temple to Bongo.
Yeah.
So most likely something like Hover Boots or a second strength, no, not a second strength upgrade, sorry, a bow maybe in Spirit Temple? That'd be spicy.
Oh, that would be spicy. Big chest here in Graveyard. Giving
us magic.
Oh, early magic.
We do like to see that.
That is nice. They start with Furor's Wind in these settings, so the earlier you get that, like, it makes it nicer as you go through the world. Like, oh, maybe I need to set this in Fire Temple. Another Deku Shield up there.
Yep. So a little bit of divergence here. Vidya is showing us more individual graveyard checks, whereas Tanjo is racing Danpei first.
Yep.
Gonna assume Vidya is also going to pick up the song from Composer's Grave now that he has Zelda's Lullaby before checking Danpei's race here.
And Danpei being very rude there, just throwing a fireball in Tanjo's face.
Yep. Tanjo repeatedly getting the experience of what it is like to be hit with a mixtape. Because it's fire.
No. 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 Nope.
I'm being bullied. I would like to state that for the record.
Excuse me. I'm bullying you when you just pull out
a terrible pun?
A terrible pun.
You know who you are and comes with, right?
Yeah, I know.
All right, Slingshot and double defense from Danpei here. Not amazing items. Slingshot gives us access to a few more checks. Nocturne of Shadow.
That's really nice for Jamie, just time-wise.
Yeah, just warps back up to the top,
yeah.
right, basically above where he is right now.
And Dark Link Loop is dead.
Good news. One of the double sometimes hints that we have in Speedgaming Live settings. Double sometimes giving us information about 2 checks. And there are certain conditions that have to be met to upgrade these hints to double sometimes. But yeah, okay, that's a Deku Shield, definitely. I wasn't quite sure
oh, yeah.
on Tanjo's side.
That is a piece of wood.
Yep, it's a plank.
Alright, so they didn't really find anything super compelling. I imagine they both just go child.
Yeah, you continue with the standard opener in this case. There isn't really anything where I would say I will follow up on that immediately.
Yeah.
Standard opener now is go child, go do what's left of the 3-song route. 3-song route because it used to be you collect 3 songs along this easy opening route for child. Nowadays we get Zelda's Lullaby for free, or the Zelda's Lullaby song check for free. You no longer need to go through the castle gardens and all that stuff. But the name stuck, so it's the 3-song route. We're going to London Ranch, we're going to Sacred Forest Meadow as child, and we're collecting checks along the way.
Yeah, so in this case, I was talking to a bunch of people at breakfast today, and they're like, if Valley's not hinted foolish, and you don't find anything in CAC, you go Valley.
I wouldn't even disagree with that, honestly.
Yeah.
I am not a Valley Laker, but at that point, if you do your normal 3-song route and you haven't really had anything compelling, then yeah. Go get you that those item checks in Valley.
Yeah, double check it. You know, I kind of like it because, like, if I haven't found anything.
Okay,
what?
Jamie had to change his Z targeting mode from switch to hold.
Oh man, Jamie, please.
That's a psychopath move, honestly. But
yeah, right. I wonder how many people keep that on the default. It's probably like 2.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, the chickens hiding.
Yep.
I feel like the chickens programming has changed in the most recent updates. I feel like they're harder to find now. They're like, no, I'm just gonna run around a bit more.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way. They are just a little bit more finicky. I can guarantee you that they didn't. Oh, hello.
Okay.
These are required. They're on the list. We need that for Shadow Temple.
Yep. Need that for Shadow Temple. Might even need it for Fire.
Well, need is a strong word for Fire.
Need.
Logically required. So what we mean by logically required is the randomizer obviously has logic built in to make sure you can actually complete the seeds. It doesn't just shuffle items into the world willy-nilly. It has a system, and it makes sure that you have the items you need to progress. In this case, that means in some cases, hover boots might be required to further progress in Fire Temple by beating Volvagia before being able to beat down the pillar from the very top of the Fire Temple.
Yep.
Make the bridge as you would be required to in vanilla. That was Saria's song from Melon just now.
Okay, okay.
Not too bad.
I see Alfalfa agrees. Chickens are just dodging.
I mean, sure. Harpies and Tanjo sun-songing out of here. I like this. This is a case. That is definitely a setup. Oh, he didn't want to do that though.
Skull Mask is a wallet. Interesting. Yeah, Tanjo's gonna pick up another skull here.
So definitely a skull pusher.
Mm-hmm.
So more in agreement with you.
I think it's just like you either find stuff in these settings. It feels like you either find stuff or you just dodge what your first couple items are supposed to be, and you really need to be careful. Like in a match like this, you really need to be careful how you're prioritizing those things. All right, this even looks like full-on Valley play up.
Yeah, that definitely does.
Yeah,
I kind of oh, never mind.
Nope.
Headed back to castle. Oh no,
Okay.
just fancy setup for walking towards Valley, I guess.
Yeah. So this is going to be really nice. With that bottle, Tanjo can actually pick up a few different skulls along the way if he does want to push 10. Depends on where he wants to go and what he finds, obviously, but he could easily wrap up 10 and get, like, Dompe digging taken care of very quickly.
This really depends on how long these two want to expand their Child 1 phase. So, in general, most of the game happens, or the majority of the game, not most of the game, but the majority of the game happens when you're adult.
Yes.
Even some child dungeons you definitely want to do as an adult in Randomizer. So it's always a gamble to expand your child for too long because A, child isn't as fast moving around the world, and B, just there isn't as much to do as being adult.
Yeah, I mean, again, it depends a little on what they find, but I have found a lot of runners doing like 30-minute child segments in these settings, which is crazy.
Insanity.
Like unheard of. Like usually it's, okay, 15 minutes, like go back adult. But it just seems like child ends up being the better play early on. Tanjo did not pick up bugs, so won't be picking up these skull.
Let's see what's in
So
the waterfall
catch
here. Does seem
bow.
like a bow. Yep. So
Wait.
Yeah, that was a bow. We're not playing the same seed as over there, are
Yeah, no, that's what I'm like. Hold on.
Hold the phone. Oh no, it's not a bow.
Oh, okay.
Never mind then.
Never
We're
mind.
definitely not playing the
We
same
just
seed.
can't see anything. Yeah, there was a bow in there. Lullaby was in the windmill, and that other one, Frog's dead.
Frog's 2 dead. Good
Sad.
news. No, that's not sad.
Be sad. Hey, thanks, Golden Devil. I like to think we're pretty hype.
We're trying our best, aren't we?
And hello, Abby.
Real life friends.
We're real life friends.
What is it, real life without speaker stuff? So at the top end, OOT randomizer seeds, especially with Speedgaming settings, take 3 hours or thereabouts. Like that, but that is an all dungeons affair. Like at that point, you're basically full clearing the seed. So let's see how kind the randomizer gods were to us today. Considering that they are just about to release OT Randomizer 8.0,
Whoa.
7.1, like the old randomizer, might have, you know, chosen this. What was that? I didn't see that.
I think it was a recovery heart.
That's good. The old randomizer might have chosen this point in time to be particularly, you know, evil. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't believe in ghosts in the machine, but on the other hand, there are ghosts in that machine, dude.
Hey, hockey game was great,
Hockey
honestly.
was awesome. We didn't get our free hats, though.
We didn't get the hats. I mean, we got some.
No, great time was had by all.
Yeah, it was a really good time. Game was fun. It went into overtime for all of 15 seconds, though, which is always like, oh, man, can't you just get this done in regulation or make it go to shootout? Make it worth. Make it worth.
Make it worth our time. Exactly. Anyway, speaking of making it worth our time,
Vidya's
Tanjo,
getting bombs.
Yeah, Vidya's getting bombs. Tanjo is fishing for, let's see, fishing for compliments or fishing for something useful? Fishing for money. We'll take it.
Money is
50 bucks.
nice. Considering Tanjo was out of money,
Yep.
actually nice. Because he's very likely to be doing South Fields now.
Yep.
Doesn't have to farm money for the scrub.
With both of them going Valley Lake, picking up bombs, I would anticipate they're not going to drag this Child 1 out too much longer. I assume they're going to...
Yeah, required stone DC.
Yeah, required stone Didongo Scabbard definitely on their list. Not as Child, though.
No. Hey.
What they are going to do is definitely get the second song you can get, in air quotes, for free as Child. You're going to go to Sacred Forest Meadow, past through Kokiri Forest along the way.
Yeah. I don't know. This is my problem. I try to be as thorough as possible. I would definitely be extending this into a Lost Woods, Saria's Song Check, and Child Goron City, if I'm being totally honest.
Child Goron City, I don't know, but Lost Woods Saria song you can just pick up along the way. You're checking Lost Woods anyway. I don't think you leave Lost Woods behind at this point. Because it is actually annoying to get back to.
Mm-hmm.
Child Goron City, you can full clear, why not? Well, time. Time is the problem. But actually, yeah, if you can full clear it, we might see one of our runners do it. Chickens is dead.
Chickens is hinted dead.
That is
Thanks.
good news. Nobody likes that.
But yeah, it's like, the thing about your Child 1 segment is runners are so reluctant to spend time as Child, especially both of these runners. They have Prelude, that's part of the settings, is a forced Prelude start, but they're on WeVC, so save quitting is an investment.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not losing time against each other because of that.
Spirit Temple Spill on the path to Bongo Bongo. That's the second copy of that hint we've seen.
But yeah, I would just be inclined to be a little more thorough in Child 1.
I get it. I get it. And segue in chat saying Spirit has ruined their lives
It's just,
one too many times.
It's burned so many people.
Spirit, Child GC. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if they pick up Requiem, I mean, we don't have a ranged weapon, unfortunately. No, we have a slingshot. We just don't track that. That's right. Yeah. So if Requiem's on Saria's, I think you probably end up doing that and bailing on Goron City, to be totally honest.
Yeah. Nah. I get doing it if you can full clear it. Then it's just off your list completely. You're never going back there as a Child.
Yep. Especially, I mean, they know they're going Child again eventually. Jabu's required.
Oh, hello. Mido got something for us. Okay.
All right, so a couple of bomb bags. That's really nice, actually. Neither of those are locking each other, meaning that there's no path bomb bag. DC as a stone would normally eat up a path hint guaranteed for a bomb bag.
Now we're just not getting a path to King Dodongo at all.
Yeah, it's just off the list entirely, which is great. Means that the other remaining bosses will have more hints. Yo, Diesler? segue. Mage lives.
Yep, all the cool kids in chat.
Yeah.
So let's see. Sunsong out of there, and I would assume actually a pretty thorough child one at this point. You have a bunch of songs. I mean, you are right. I understand why you are saying that bottom of the well to Baronade. Okay, so GTG to Baronade, bottom of the well to Baronade. To complete the trifecta, can we please have Ice to have Baronade somehow as well?
I mean, it's
With
very
two-
possible. It just depends. We still would need a way to get to Gerudo Training Grounds. Letter and Boomerang are 2 things.
True.
All of the items can be very spread out.
The bombs alone just open up so much in this game.
Yeah, I would say how long either of them stays in child is likely to be the biggest.
It's
Target's
definitely going to be
hinted.
a target in the woods dead. Cool. I mean, you got that hint before you have to do the check, so
Yeah.
you can just walk past it.
Yep,
Not too
that's the
bad.
nice thing.
Saves you a good 20 seconds.
Yeah, so Tanjo, taking advantage of that Sun Song start, it functions as a like internal warp song basically.
Back to the entrance of the area you're in. Exactly.
Yeah, when time doesn't pass. So not everywhere, but
Yep.
a lot of the game. All right, Tanjo, one more.
It is time for Ocarina minigame. This is a check that takes time. There are debates among runners about skipping it or not.
Oof. All right. Stone of Agony doesn't do anything.
Elegatua, who is also here this weekend, and brought Elegatria as well. Like mini Elegatua.
Yes. Yep.
Is one of those people who definitely makes the choice very often to skip Ocarina minigame.
Was that OGC?
OGC, yeah.
Okay.
And it was a sometimes hint as well, so
Nice.
not eating up one of our foolishes. We appreciate that.
Yeah, that's always
This
great.
is interesting. Tanjo is going Child Goron City before even going for the Child is Offense song.
Yeah, that's...
Is he speculating on getting another warp song there?
Yeah.
And just being able to warp out?
Yeah, so my thought is, like, I don't expect Requiem to be on Saria's, but, like, if Requiem or Storms is there...
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Okay.
Okay, trip was already worth it.
What's that?
Yeah.
Child Goron City?
See, this is why Mel, if she were to play, actually had better chances of making it to brackets or making it to brackets in any tournament than I would. Because I make bad decisions.
We all make bad decisions just by playing this game. We love it,
Yeah.
but it's painful.
It's... I don't want to make light of this topic, but yeah, no, actually not.
Alright. One thing left here. I don't think you bother with the maze as child. You can't see anything.
Nah.
Unless you want that skull.
You have to get back here as adult anyway
Yeah.
to get the adult Goron City checks. You have bombs for that. You have a bow for that now.
Yeah.
So yeah. It does seem like Tanjo is marginally better execution than Vidya.
Yeah, I would agree. Coming into this, I would say Tanjo technically has the advantage or edge, would be more expected to win. But, like, Vidya, don't sleep on Vidya either. He wants to do well, and that accounts for a lot.
Yeah, he's hungry. Oh, come on! That wasn't intended. So
No, absolutely not.
what we are looking at here is the pot in Goron City is being unkind to Tanjo. What's happening there is that the pot has 3 faces and only one of them actually has a randomized item if you hit it. So you need to throw the bomb in there, not just when you can, but at the right time for that face to actually be looking at the camera
Yeah.
when the pot stops spinning. And now would be the time.
Yep.
Like so.
And yeah, Alfalfa bringing up a good point. We have hovers and Bolero. You're coming back here easy as adult.
Yeah, you're not pressed for skulls either.
Yeah. Okay, Vidya opting to do this as well. This was something that I thought might end up causing some divergence, but I guess they're both kind of the same mindset. Try and be as thorough as possible.
Yeah, don't want to be a child for a long time after this.
Yeah, unless you find storms here, in which case you're going bottom of the well.
In which case you're immediately playing Nocturne, yeah.
Yep.
You have Zelda's Lullaby, you have Explosive, you can full clear this place, and it's hinted path to Baronade.
Yep. Yeah, I'm kind of... yeah, I don't know. So far, very interesting. I want timestamps when I said 30-minute child and see if this is a 30-minute child segment for both of them.
Depends on if they're going well, I think.
Yeah,
If they find a useful song in here, they might extend their child a little bit. Otherwise, they're going to prelude out of here.
Yep. Yeah,
or rather, get the hints and then prelude out of here.
This song definitely matters for what they're going to do next. Collecting some cash along the way.
Tanjo's doing good. Just such a clean way to get through this maze.
Yeah, this is really slick. I don't trust myself to do this.
No, same here. This is
Minuet. Okay.
Opportunity to get another song as adult really quickly. But yeah, as expected, Tanjo is playing.
Yep.
Interesting. Tanjo is not going for the other two hints in SFM here, choosing to play Prelude and go adult immediately.
You're coming back as adult anyway to get the song. You might as well do it.
Yeah, fair. You probably just immediately do it as soon as you have poked the sword from the stone. Actually.
Yeah. I love that movie, Sword in the Stone.
Haven't watched it. And there's Minuet as expected for Tanjo. So what he's doing is warping the Sacred Forest Meadow and getting the other song that's available there as adult this time, and that is Requiem of Spirit. There we go.
Yep.
And immediately forgoes the hints again. Goes to Colossus straight away, gets another song, gets that song chain going.
Oh, Vidya going for Medigore on him.
I think Tanjo did as well. Burning Cactus Serenade.
Oh, that's good info.
Yeah, okay, so this could actually mean we don't need to do all dungeons, but there's plenty of side dungeons to be done.
Yep.
Given that. Bit of speculation, obviously, but what we're looking at here, Burning Kakariko is the final song check in this game. What was that on the archway? Was that a banana?
No idea.
We're gonna have a look later.
I don't think. Yeah, we'll see.
This is where all the cool people are. Song of Storms.
Oh, and there's Storms.
You go with child.
Oh no. No.
You're committed to adult at this point,
Yeah,
right?
at this point you're definitely going, you're doing DC, you're finishing up Goron City.
Makes sense.
Depending on what you find, like if you can go do something in your other dungeons at that point.
Yeah, you're right. DC is guaranteed progression. You hope you find a useful item there to give you further direction in the seed. Otherwise, you can always go back child.
But yeah,
to
child, bottom of the well,
there.
child spirit, both available. So I don't think that this is going to be a very long adult segment now, just because of that.
I do not disagree.
Bear! Hi, Bear!
Hi, Bear! This is where all the cool people are, yes indeed. And you're one of them, Bear.
This kind of feels like one of those seeds where it expects you to age change like 8 times.
Yeah. Playthrough is just gonna have like 8 spheres for that alone.
Yeah, it's gonna be just kind of brutal to... Alright. Tanjo wasn't quite sure what was up there. Double checked. It is a stick.
it was hard to see on his side as well, because as you can see, Tanjo's image is significantly darker than the one provided by VidyaJames' V output. Ooh, this is going to be close.
Yeah, yeah.
More hints. Shadow Trial 2 is dead. This is hints that Tanjo didn't get. Bigoron crafts a piece of heart, and Bottom of the Whale to Baronade. That's the second copy of that particular hint.
Both of those were copies, actually, so
Yeah.
not missing out on anything.
And this is also something that you see a lot of the good OTR runners do very well, is just pick up those few like small 5 rupee pickups when you can, because along the if you keep picking them up along the way, that adds up in the end, and it means you will need to do much less grinding for rupees when you actually have to buy something. There's another bow in Lost Woods, Bombable.
Okay. So Child Goron City didn't actually pay out.
OGC Fairy dead. We knew that already. So one thing that to note: no path bow, no path bombs. That's pretty significant, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when GTG is involved. You need those things.
Right, so Tanjo is now adult, going to check Song of Storms checks as he goes along. And ooh, might get lucky immediately there with a payout. Let's see what this Song of Storms grotto has for us. The second slingshot.
All right.
No past slingshot either.
2 of like 8. Just kidding. There's only 3, but
it feels like there's 17.
but
in
it feels like there's a lot.
Yeah.
All right, and Vidya not going to be far behind. Playing Nocturne.
Some slight bit of divergence here.
Yeah, probably going for adult shooting. I don't think Vidya has 10.
Yeah, he has. So Jamie has so far decided not to go get the song from Adult SFM, I think.
No, not yet.
Not Rec, so doesn't have Requiem, doesn't have Storms.
Yep. And doesn't have money.
Oh no,
Vidya,
that feels bad.
Vidya, what you doing?
He's doing what I would have done as well. Just walk in there and then check my rupee balance.
Yeah,
and be like,
we've all done it. We've all done it. Everyone's walked in and been like, "Oh yeah, I need money for this."
Money can be used in exchange for goods and services.
Right.
Goods and services.
And it's a heart piece.
Yep. So this is not going to help him either.
That
He might just
doesn't- yeah.
have to leave behind adult shooting at this point, because there's no
nah.
convenient farming spots.
No, you just grab some bugs up here. You sell them to the beggar person. It's fine.
That's true.
Or go steal from Impa. There's 20 bucks in there if you're going up there already anyway.
Yeah, I guess. So, Jamie, slightly different prioritization here. Instead of going for more songs, more information, he is prioritizing his progression dungeon, Dodongo's Cavern. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna not pick those things up, so the order isn't super significant in this case.
Yeah, I would even say progression dungeon is good to prioritize here, because you're in the end you're gonna have to do this. Whereas the checks that Tanjo did before that were in theory optional.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Vidya trying to go for some time save there, and
That's the second copy of Burning Cactus Serenade.
yeah, so Burning Cack, where you get Nocturne in the vanilla game, we would need to do the Forest, Fire, and Water medallions. Deku's the only one of those that's even remotely appealing. We know we already have to go into Spirit, so not, like, bad, but it's just the time it adds.
Yeah,
So it's
absolutely.
real nice we don't need that. DC looking real dry.
Yeah, which is rare, honestly. I would like to report that my coffee is empty. This is a
Nice.
problem.
GG's. Oh no, that's bad. Never
Yeah.
mind. Sorry. very curious how long they stay adult here, if it's just, I'm doing this and I'm out.
Honestly, good question. With Song of Storms in your bag and knowing that it's path to...
Yeah, it's...
That bottom of the well is path to Baronade.
Right.
I mean, on the one hand, do you want to do Jabu? You don't really.
I mean, you
know
have to.
Yeah, okay, but you know it's 2 items.
Yeah.
Or 1 of 2 items. You
Yeah.
know it is significantly also... Jabu only has 4 checks. And these items are not useful in any place other than Jabu.
That's true. That's true.
So I'm not sure if I want to prioritize my paths to Baronade that much. If I find a hook shot somewhere,
Yeah.
I might do GTG first, for example.
Yeah.
Because that's just much better density. And the chance to find something that's not just your path to Baronade.
Yep.
Well isn't bad density. I don't know. We'll see. Well has a hook shot.
Probably. Hookshot or a strength.
Something to move us along there.
Because that's the other thing. Like, child spirit's in play. I think you definitely do that.
For sure.
All right.
Right. So that's a child segment planned out, basically. You're looking
Yeah.
at
Gonna go
Water of
do
the Well,
Dompe,
Child Spirits,
Child-
Dompe,
yeah.
Ooh, hello.
Or
not.
Or
Maybe.
what if
What if we
we
don't?
just go do fire?
I think we do fire because that is completable. Except for Pierre.
Possibly, yeah. We don't quite know. We would potentially need a hook shot.
We would maybe. I mean, it's a spicy play, but it's not. It's not out of the question. You're leaving behind Pierre.
Yep.
Everything else you can do without a hook shot, right?
Yes.
Cool.
We have hovers to get around most of the other stuff. Oh,
No.
no hugs. No hugs.
No hugs. No. So with these readet, there's one specific catch. As long as one dead readet is in the room, the other readets in the room will not attack you. They will just go towards the corpse of the dead readet.
Yep.
That was a lot of dead in one sentence.
Ditch.
All right. Tanjo slightly more fortunate in terms of money routing here, and can actually do adult shooting gallery.
Fortune.
Yeah, I knew what I did there.
All right, and that is King Dodongo down for Vidya as well. Ooh. That's nothing. That's literally nothing. So,
Says you.
Lens of Truth is only good for a few things in this. We don't need to cross because we already have Requiem, and Market's foolish, so we don't need it for Lens mini.
Yeah, you're right. So it's nice in theory.
It's convenient for Shadow, and that's about it.
Yeah, and most runners will not even put it on SC buttons in Shadow because they want to save the menu, and 9 out of 10 cases you're fine without it.
Yep.
Catching a fairy here.
Yep.
Heads up play by Tanjo.
That's a fire play.
Yeah. With 3 hearts, 4 hearts of health, I think.
Oh, I thought Tanjo was at 5.
Okay. That's pretty comfortable, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 hearts is usually where runners are like, I'm okay, I have a bottle, I can have a fairy. You always hope you have a Goron tunic. I don't think anyone's sad when they have it.
Yeah.
But it's not required, like, practically speaking. Only logically. Which is going to be unfortunate. Whatever our Volvagia hint ends up being could very well be for that.
It's not going to be for the hammer, I think. Strongest Cavern path to Volvagia?
Could be.
Could be. You're right.
Yeah, it just depends on if we need the hammer for Shadow.
And Tanjo skipping past the skull here seems to have committed to not wanting to pick up more, more skull photos at this point. Just gambling that the 10 skull check is something he doesn't want to care about.
Yep. Yeah, at this point, Tanjo's got enough, Vidya's got enough that they're like, let's just wait and see.
Yep. Okay. We are seeing Vidya tread in Tanjo's footsteps for a little bit here. Is has picked up Requiem, has picked up Song of Storms now, and I don't see why he would route this a lot.
I think that's a bloopy.
Yeah, I would agree. On second look. Oh, hello, big chest. What are you? Shiny object?
Tunic? Double magic. Alright, so no path magic?
No. Is this magic locked in any way? No.
No.
Bombs to hammer to magic. Okay.
Yep. So yet another thing that's knocked off the potential path list.
Huh.
So as far as Spirit is concerned, we're down to a hookshot, Dins.
2 strengths and mirror shield.
Sorry, what can be path in Spirit for
yeah.
Bongo? Because we already have Nocturne.
Yeah, hookshot and didn't.
Hookshot, Dins. We don't have a Strength.
Hookshot actually does. Do we need? Yeah, we do need hookshot.
We 100% need a hookshot.
It could be in Shadow Temple at this point because we have our rooms to get in there.
Yeah. And Vidya's reversing.
Interesting choice. Okay.
Okay.
Wants to push paths here, is going for path Gerudo Training Ground, is figuring that with a bow in hand, he can do a large chunk of Gerudo Training Ground actually. Shiny object. Oh,
Okay.
we kind of do need those.
Very shiny object.
Yep. Doesn't have logical implications. These are needed to beat Ganondorf in the end.
Yep.
So absolutely required to beat the game. Doesn't have any. Doesn't give our runners any more guidance though. Is the point.
Yeah, no. But it's nice that it's always nice when they end up along the way.
Yep.
I don't have to think about it anymore.
So Vidya is going to GGG with bombs and bow in hand. Can't do most of it. There is a strategy to do Gerudo Training Ground without hookshot, and Vidya for sure knows it, and like that's not even a question.
Ooh.
And
Sorry. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
and this is going to leave behind a few checks though.
Yep.
He's going to leave behind that strength 2 block. That's 4 checks. He's going to leave behind the toilet. And he doesn't have Song of Time either, so he might be might have to leave behind something in the maze if it comes to that.
Yeah, might have to scum some keys to get things. So we have a question, Paperwick. Do they have to get all the medallions? No.
Not in these settings.
Yep, in these settings, what we have are Stonebridge, so DC, Shadow, and we started with our 3rd stone. And then the medallions they have to do are the purple and orange ones, Shadow and Spirit. So Jabu and Fire are those dungeons today.
Exactly. So the conditions, the win conditions for Ocarina of Time randomizer are actually incredibly varied. You can have anything from a set number of medallions for the Rainbow Bridge and for Ganon's Castle boss key to a set number of stones to a set number of dungeon rewards, like for example 7 dungeon rewards is a pretty popular setting in some rule sets. And also you have, I mean, you can set the win condition separately for both the bridge and the boss key. And finally, you can also do some other fancy stuff like hearts win condition. Like a certain having to have collected a certain number of heart containers to spawn the Rainbow Bridge, for example.
What was that setup from Tanjo?
I think that was mostly unintended.
What? All right, so our first look at Gerudo Training Grounds, GTG, path to Baronade. Is it just right here?
Might be.
Hey.
And yes, it is. That's our path item. So in theory, if you're Vidya, you can decide to just bail out of here because after all, you found your path item. In practice, you don't. You've made your way over here. As you may have noticed, dear viewers, there's quite a trek to GTG.
I mean, you've got Furor's Wind. I'd bail.
Nah. I mean, at this point, you know your boomerang is likely in well. So you could just... I guess you could drop Furor's Wind in here and immediately do...
Yeah, I mean, you've got so many warps to dungeons to get back here. Alright, meanwhile, Tanjo probably picked up Bosky.
Yeah, he did. Just behind the big lava room.
Oh, okay.
So is,
Whoops, bomb.
Yep, accidentally dropped a bomb there. Has more than enough equipment to beat Volvadia here. So it's time for making them cross their bingo cards off, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Let's do it.
Take it away.
All right, this is the Volvadia fight, and because we probably have a bunch of new viewers on here in Speedgaming, here on Speedgaming. I'm going to explain what the heck Tanjo will be doing in a moment. He will be dropping bombs onto a specific hole in this boss arena. This hole that Volvadia just disappeared into. And that is because Volvadia, in fact, has two bodies. One is the one that just pokes her head above the ground here and spits fire at you. The other is the one that flies around the arena in some phases of the fight. And ideally, you want to hurt both because actually the second body never despawns. So this second body, and you can hear it. Tanjo has been doing damage to Volvadia this whole time. Whenever one of those bombs exploded, the second body never despawns because of an oversight in the programming, and so it can be damaged the whole time.
An oversight in the programming
of a
25-year-old video game that has less power than like my first cell phone.
Exactly. And you can just damage Volvadia using both of these bodies, and obviously what as you just saw, Tanjo mostly skipped this entire fight. Volvadia didn't even ever get to fly around in her arena.
Yep.
So Tanjo is done with his boss fight. Will he go back into fire? I don't think so.
Chat correcting me that it probably has more power than an old flip phone.
Yeah, but just barely.
But I'm gonna stick with it.
It's pretty dang close.
Vidya opting not to go do fire right now
and
makes total sense. You know, maybe go finish these up. Just go do Jabu.
I mean, in the end, Vidya seems to be prioritizing his path dungeons pretty heavily here, or his path locations in general, which means we will probably see him inside bottom of the well soon. Problem is, Tanjo is hot on his heels.
Yep.
And has already checked the path, or the hint stone here in Hyrule Castle as well, but I don't think he checked Hyrule Castle Ferry.
No explosives when they were here.
Okay, so Tanjo is...
Yeah, and I think that Vidya's demonstrating kind of what he and I were talking about at breakfast. If this isn't hinted foolish, just do it.
Yeah.
Tanjo trying to peek up on the hand. I don't think that is a big chest.
I didn't see a thing, so I was looking at Vidya's screen for a moment.
Money.
Vidya's money woes are over. So much over, in fact, that he dropped half of the money on the ground.
Yeah, rude.
Yep.
All right, and Tanjo giving us our first peek at Path Spirit Temple. Vidya going for the hint here.
Once more information at this point. We still only have seen 3 path hints of the 5 that are available.
Yep.
I mean, Castle 2 and Back of Lake hints are looking mighty tempting at this point. Final treasure.
Okay,
Schnikes.
actually great hint there. One of our dual hints, what is in the back of Ice Cavern, a hook shot, and Song of Time.
Song of Time. Both of these great items. Song of Time gives you access to the right side of the maze in Gerudo Training Ground, though I don't think there were any big chests there in this case.
No. But there could still be an item freestanding that we didn't see.
Right, because Vidya never went right side. Never beat the BMOs.
Just did the thing. Peeked the maze.
Peeked the maze and then actually bailed, like you said.
So we're actually key locked here, which is kind of nice. You don't have to make an actual decision here, but we do have a big chest here that Tanjo is going to go after.
Yep. And did that hit the... It did. It did hit the Anubis, but just barely.
Yeah, just barely.
So Anubis can only be beat by burning them. And obviously Tanjo spawned a Ring of Fire using that crystal switch and made the Anubis fly into it. And that is the first strength upgrade of the seed.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I know I said strength earlier. Whether or not Shadow is strength locked just depends. We won't know until we get in there, but that's a pretty good indication.
Logically strength locked at worst, right?
Yeah,
Because, you don't need a strength to finish Shadow, but you do need it logically for everything behind the Crusher room.
If there's a key.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just kind of weird. One of those... We always talk about like Spirit Temple key logic, Water key logic. This is the quirk for Shadow.
True. All right, and Tanjo is playing Song of Storms, getting us our first look into Bottom of the Well pretty soon. We know that there's a path item, Path to Baronade here. So very likely we're going to find a boomerang. If not, we're going to find an item that leads the way to boomerang.
Vidya, going to Colossus, I assume setting time of day for Dampe.
Yeah, so Dampe only available, Dampe the Graveyard, the Gravekeeper, only walks around the graveyard for a few short minutes after it turns night, only until midnight. So you need it to be early evening for Dampe to be there, and it's such an easy check to forget. Okay, nothing useful in the center of the well.
Nothing yet, nothing yet.
Let's see what we find.
I cannot allow myself to go through the middle like this because I will forget the other invisible wall chest. Oh, okay.
There's a big chest underneath the debris. You can see the gold border of it just peeking out of the debris here. So let's see what we got. Is it a boomerang? No, fish.
That's nothing.
It's our emotional support fish. It'll get us into Jabu without having to pick up a fish.
That's
from
true. We don't have to pick up a fish now.
Story.
Yeah.
It was foolish, right? Seem to recall.
Thought it was fountain.
Oh yeah. Just a heart container in the coffin. Okay, so both of them seem to be, or are basically on the same path again. Only difference is that Tanjo already had the opportunity to beat Volvagia, beat Fire Temple here.
Yeah, fire's not too long.
Yeah, especially with the boss key being as early as it is. Maybe a 5-minute time investment, but still.
Yeah. Yeah. So at that point, it's like, okay, what takes more time? Vidya doing fire or Tanjo getting to lobby of GTG, and it's still going to be fire, I think. So I do think that time-wise, Tanjo is ahead, but not much.
Yeah. Right, let's see. The invisible chest is our key. So definitely Zelda's Lullaby required to beat Bottom of the Well here. Need to find out while we're checking Bottom of the Well.
Oh no, Tanjo. Don't get bit, don't get bit.
No. So Dead Hand, When I was a kid, this was a super scary
Oh,
enemy.
I still today, I'm like, who decided that dead hand should be a thing?
Yeah, this game is rated what?
Oh.
PG, like not PG. It's rated like
E.
E. Everyone? That's a
Did
pretty
that exist 25 years ago?
pretty scary opponent for an E-rated game.
Yeah, no, it's terrifying. The worst thing, I want everyone to watch very closely. Oh, no, we're not going to see it. It twitches.
Oh, yeah.
It just twitches. It's disgusting. All 3 keys in this little segment here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So very zero locked. Well, you don't even have a theoretical chance of getting that basement chest without having Zelda's Lullaby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey.
Big chest. Okay. So the invisible wall has not been forgotten.
Yep. I would have forgotten it. That's why I don't play in these kinds of tournaments.
You play Souls instead.
I do. There's a fun little, not quite meme setting set that's...
It plays better than it sounds.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
so
also
it's
not a
just
path item.
in the basement.
It's in the basement.
What?
So Zelda's Lullaby would have been path to Baronade 100%
If it could be hinted, yeah.
if it could be hinted.
It's funny Tanjo even peeked this, knowing that it's path and that...
Yeah, you have to find your path item.
Yeah. You
Right.
know it's not your bottle.
Is it a
or-
boomerang or is it something else? It is a boomerang.
Hey.
Okay, time to do Jabu.
Yeah, that's
Straight
gonna
up.
be Jabu for video, which is nice. That's gonna all come together very nicely for him.
And what's Widow's letter again?
Spirit? No. It's a GTG
Oh, right.
in the
yeah.
lobby. Yeah. So Tanjo needs to go get that. Vidya's gonna be able to just go into Jabu and then go straight into fire. Vidya's very likely to go ice.
With the information that he got,
That there's a hook shot
there's
there.
a hook shot and Song of Time there.
Yeah.
It would be foolish not to.
Yeah. Because the... Wait.
Wait. Waiting.
Okay. I don't think there's a path hook shot. That's all.
Why not?
Because letter was hinted for Jabu instead of for Shadow. If that hook shot were hard required to beat Shadow, like there wasn't another one available, it would have been hinted for Bongo.
You got a point there. Because the hints algorithm strongly prefers, if it can, to give one path hint for each dungeon that is required. Since it didn't do that here, there has to be a reason. There have to be other items available that make these things not path. Okay.
Do we have all 5?
Huh?
Spirit, GTG.
Spirit, GTG,
Well.
bottom of the well. We haven't seen anything else.
We haven't seen anything
We're
else.
still missing 2 path hints.
Yeah.
By the way, happy 1 hour.
Woo, happy one.
Woo!
Well, thanks everyone for joining us for Ocarina of Time Randomizer here on Speedgaming 4. We've got some lovely trackers behind us. Lady Draco right over my shoulder here. Starlight kind of in the middle, I think.
Right there.
Yep,
Nope. That way.
that way.
Exactly.
In the middle? Is that not?
That is Starlight, indeed.
Yeah. It was like my thumb's pointing. They're pushing all the buttons, making sure we know what the runners have done, what items they have. I'm not sure if there's a... Okay, there are links in chat. Follow Vidya and Tanjo, both of these guys. Super fun to watch, super fun to hang out with.
Indeed. Exclamation point R for our runners. Follow Vidya and Tanjo, indeed. Cool. We are in Child Kakariko at nighttime, getting more skulls.
Ooh, okay.
Biggest what?
Biggest fish.
Ah, okay. So fishing dead in both ages.
Yep.
Not gonna worry about fishing anymore.
Yep.
And Tanjo is now warping to the crater. Adult Goron City time?
I believe he did that already. Well, maybe not, but definitely Crater Fairy.
True.
Meanwhile, Vidya's gonna go to Jabu.
That'll round out his 10 skulls as well.
Yep. 10 skulls, gets that dungeon taken care of. I would say one of the bigger things, like if there's another strength in here, that could be good. Tanjo's not going to be too far behind.
Oh, hi. Iron boots.
No. Thank you. I'm good.
Can we put them back? I think they're DLC today.
Yeah, the only thing that's nice for is getting to ice faster.
I think they might legit be DLC. We don't need the Burning Cack song. So don't need Water Medallion for that.
Yep.
We don't need... we don't need in any way a... we don't need them to get to the bottom of icy waters. So unless there is an item just hiding out in Water Temple, I don't think we care about Iron Boots.
Yeah, I don't think so. Nothing on Frogs 1.
Let's see what the maze has for us today. Fire Temple to Bongo.
Oh, okay.
We might want to return there.
Yeah, Tanjo's right here. That's nice.
Yep.
Big chest.
Hello? Sure.
Okay.
Server scale makes routing easier. It gets you easily from the top of river through the shortcut into Lost Woods and vice versa. It also is required to get the Lake Hylia underwater item in theory. In this case, obviously, we know that's just a recover card, so it doesn't come into play today. But it also gets you from Lake Hylia to Zora's Domain real quick. As child, that is.
Yep. Yeah, scale's mostly just a convenience item. It has a few logical implications here and there. But for the most part, you're just like, yes, I can move.
Neat. We have movement. GTG to Baron.
We knew that.
Yes? Wasn't that a third copy?
I don't know how it could be.
Actually, you're right. Can't be.
I would say the only thing that could be, where is Epona?
That's a really good question.
Must be on Prelude.
Graveyard to Bongo.
Okay.
For what did we get there?
Well, we got Nocturne there.
Well, that might work out. And Tanjo is right back in Fire Temple with that information, that Fire Temple path to Bongo Bongo. He will want that Inspire that's likely in here.
Yeah, for sure. And that's going to be nice for Tanjo. Just go straight into Shadow.
Do you do that without a hookshot? He doesn't know that there's a hookshot in Ice Cavern.
I mean, you've got Furor's Wind.
That's currently in No, that's not in GTG.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. It's nowhere.
It's in GTG for Vidya.
Yeah.
Alright, so Tanjo will keep climbing here with the information that fire is path to Bongo has turned his butt around and has marched straight back into fire because
Where was that hint?
where was that hint? Fire path to Bongo?
Yeah.
In the maze.
Oh, that was the maze hint. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Lyric of Wisdom in chat is asking, I don't usually watch randomizers. Who is ahead right now? Right now, in terms of progression, Tanjo is ahead, I would say. He has done more of the required stuff to beat the game, because what you need to do to beat the game is collect all 3 spiritual stones. So the stone that we started with, the stone from the Dongo's Cavern, and the stone that is today in Shadow Temple, as well as collect the Spirit and Shadow Medallion, so the orange and purple medallion. that you see on your trackers. Those are hidden in Fire Temple and in Jabu Jabu's belly. As you can see, though, VidyaJames is in Jabu Jabu's belly, is about to complete his 3rd dungeon himself. He has some important information that Tanjo doesn't have. So at the moment, it's kind of hard to say who is ahead in terms of just raw having completed the game more. They have done different stuff. They've taken pretty different routes throughout the game after being pretty much in sync for the first 20 minutes or so.
Yeah. Also, the hookshot that's hinted in Ice, now that I'm thinking about it, is long shot.
Let me chew on that for a little bit.
So we had Letter in the lobby of GTG, right?
Yes, we did.
And so the hookshot there, you need Epona's. Epona's has to be on Prelude, and you need a hookshot to beat Spirit.
I don't follow.
So you need a hookshot to get Epona's, right?
Oh, you need a hookshot to be able to even get to GTG logically. I see. Okay. There is Silver Gauntlets for Tanjo. That is. Could that be a path item to Bongo?
It sure could be. Spirit is still path to Bongo. We found a strength there. That doesn't mean that there can't also be Dins there on the adult side. We were fully key locked out of continuing in Child.
You have a good point. But yeah, as Incoherent in chat is also saying, as a general rule, it is difficult to tell until close to the end who really is ahead, because both runners have just taken such different routes through the seed. It's just difficult to see. That being said, I would still give the edge to Tanjo just slightly at the moment in terms of how much he has completed already.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see Tanjo continuing in Fire Temple right now. I think I would have done the same, just considering
yeah, honestly,
that strength is just not really clearly path to Bongo.
Yeah.
So you don't want to gamble on that being a path item.
Yeah, and you're already up here, and you want to save your Furor's Wind for GTG, for example. That's the one thing. Tanjo has an additional path hint now.
Yep.
Vidya knows where a hookshot is.
So both of them have important information that the other doesn't have.
Yep. But yeah, once you're up here, you're like, I should just finish this.
Chuckles, you're cute. I am absolutely encouraging him.
Oh, Vidya, no.
What?
So Vidya set Furor's Wind to avoid doing this.
Oh.
Ended up doing it anyway.
Oh well,
No,
sometimes it do be that way.
Yeah, not a like big time loss or anything, but I'm sure he's sitting here like, oh,
Come on.
that's right. I did that.
Hold on, doesn't Fire Temple's highest chest, so the hammer chest, have to be a key at this point? Because Tanjo has picked up every other item. No, he doesn't.
I didn't count.
He didn't check Pierre.
Yeah, I didn't count anything.
Yeah. He didn't check Pierre, so that is a concerning thing for him. There are spare keys in Fire Temple, just to make the logic work. So there is at least one more key than there is a locked door in Fire Temple.
Yeah, so the reason that is because they removed a lock from a door.
Yep, the one at the very start of the dungeon.
Yeah, the boss key loop, usually there's a key lock there. They removed that so that you're not immediately just like, here's a key.
Nothing. Okay, so that has to be the last key has to be on Pierre though, so Tanjo doesn't need to worry about that anymore.
Yep.
And we know that strength is now a confirmed path item.
Yep. Tanjo gonna go into Spirit first.
Drawing the same conclusions here.
Yep. and this makes total sense. I wouldn't even be too surprised to find our first hook shot here. There's only one check that we can do as adult. So it's got to be either a key or a hook shot.
I mean, yeah. Without a hook shot, you can peek the Zelda's Lullaby lock check, but you can't really do anything about it.
Yep.
So will Tanjo even bother with it? I doubt it. Nope. Turns right straight away. Doesn't even care about that check that CL locked yet.
Oh, nice, Vidya.
Good shot.
That was
That
awesome.
was a swag strat.
That was actually cool.
Yep. So what he did there is hit both of those tentacles, thingies, platforms with the boomerang at the same time. That's actually pretty swag.
The Jello molds.
Jello mold?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice
Okay, it's a key.
boss skip as well. Box, not boss.
Yep. Can't really skip bosses here. So yeah, box skip. One of those tricks that you better be confident that you can actually do it the first or second try, because otherwise you're just losing time as compared to riding the elevator down. Okay, so Tanjo is going to have a look-see at the ZL lock check here to see if that's maybe a big chest or what even it is. Meanwhile, Vidya is starting one of the technique-wise more involved boss fights in the game. Oh, oh, that's rude.
Always.
That's just rude.
Every time.
Yeah, this is Baronade. So what you've just seen Vidya do is actually more difficult than it looks, because he stopped Baronade from even fully extending its ring of stinging jellies that normally rotate around Baronade really fast, by timing that boomerang throw just right. So that was actually a really clean Baronade fight. And yes, I said it. And there's another strength upgrade. So definitely strength 2 lock strength here.
Yeah. That's nothing.
No, at the moment it's absolutely nothing. We know OGC Fairy is dead, and we already have our light arrows.
Yeah, no, it's actually nothing.
Yep. And we are looking at going deeper into Spirit Temple at this point.
Oh, definitely. You can do a lot of Spirit without a hook shot, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and now Vidya has that important information as well. Is now aware that... No, wait, Vidya got the second copy of that.
That's the second copy of it.
Right.
Yeah, so Tanjo still doesn't know that.
Whoops.
Vidya doesn't know that fire is path. Yeah, I don't know. Vidya's not likely to skip Goron City Maze. It happens sometimes. Opting to do Composer Grave torches here as child.
Yeah, and Tanjo is now realizing he can't do adult side at the moment. Because he will need to warp back to the entrance of this dungeon for that.
Yep. Yeah, so there is a way to get around that. When you enter this room, you should set Furore's Wind, because it'll go by that door then, and you can just FW back up.
Yep.
Vidya doing overworld checks is pretty interesting.
He has the means to go into Fire Temple.
Yeah.
Tanjo is finally checking those hints that we've seen on Vidya's side about half an hour
No,
ago.
no, Vidya, no. Oh, okay. Oh, and he's going back.
Yeah, he's going back. He wants that item. So what Vidya is doing here is another trick. In general, you are you shouldn't be able to get those that torches chest in Composer's Grave without having Din's Fire available to you, or Fire Arrows, some sort of fire source that is available that you normally get in the adult side of the game.
Yeah.
It is only through... Oh, no.
Door,
Come
please.
on.
No.
No. Rip. All right, Vidya abandoning the attempt here. So with clever positioning and with clever side hopping strategies, you can get those torches. Speaking of fire arrows, you can get those torches as a child as well, using nothing but a Deku stick that's lit off the torch right next to the very end of the grave.
And back into Spirit we go with those fire arrows. Makes sense.
Yep. I mean, super useful. You now can get that torches check without having to push the Armo statue.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Tanjo seems committed to finishing child side first, and then probably going back for adult side. Or we might just get a path item right here.
Fire locked fire. Okay, Vidya's gonna have that fire temple hint before going in. That's great for him.
Yeah. This game has a sense of humor.
Yeah, he's laughing. And picking up the fire arrows too. Hey, remember that thing you just did?
Yeah, do it again. Right. Tanjo is now climbing the child side of Spirit Temple. Meanwhile, Vidya seems to be headed adult, likely either also on the way to Spirit Temple or Fire Temple.
I think Vidya goes fire, then ice. Maybe ice before fire just to get that hook shot.
Yeah, you want ice before fire. You're right.
I would actually give the edge to Vidya at this point.
In terms of information advantage?
In terms of just advantage. I say it's advantage Vidya. Because Vidya is going to go single dip, fire, probably leave after that strength 2, has Furor's Wind in GTG, can go back to Spirit.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
It's a big chest.
Oh! What?
Wow!
What?
Okay. That's yes. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, now you're going fire.
Now you're absolutely going fire. You get your strength. You go back to Spirit. That first chest that's hookshot locked could very well just be the Dins.
And yeah, now I would definitely agree with you that Vidya has the advantage.
Yeah,
Nominally, Tanjo might have done a little bit more of the game, might have a little bit more information than Vidya.
Tanjo is on a major timer right now, though.
Yeah.
Like, he knows the GTG path to Baronade, knows where that is, but still has to go get the letters, still has to do Jabu. Is continuing to push in Spirit, unfortunately, and we now know where both hookshots are, and it could just very well be that first chest.
That'd be hella rude.
That'd be super rude.
Because in the end, that alone could be a 10-minute time loss for Tanjo.
Yeah.
At least 10 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, and as we said, Tanjo, like, execution-wise, would, you know, have the advantage here, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything, especially when, like I said, don't sleep on Vidya.
Yeah, no. Both of them are really good logic readers as well. And, I mean, interestingly, both Vidya especially, I think, works more on gut feel in many cases. I mean,
that's fine.
It's kind of to the detriment of Tanjo, though, if that Din's fire is actually at the very beginning of the dungeon.
Yeah.
Because Vidya walks in here, does that one check, walks straight back out.
Yep, absolutely. The beard advantage.
I mean,
certainly isn't his choice in hockey teams giving him the advantage here.
What even can I say to that?
You just smile, nod.
I have no strong stakes in US hockey.
That's fine.
Yeah, Tanjo is basically, I think Tanjo is basically committing full clearing Spirit at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hard not to make that play.
Nah, at this point, if you're that deep in, you commit to it.
What is this spirit?
What is this
Slingshot?
dungeon?
Oh, hey, our wallet.
Not helpful at this point.
That's definitely Tunic or locked by the other wallet.
Yeah.
Interesting, interesting. It's not really that interesting, but kind of.
I don't know.
It's more just like we still don't have a Volvagia hint, so whatever that's pointing at gets a little spicier. And yes, it is a Maple Leafs hat. Alright.
I'm just gonna rep the Cologne Sharks here. That's my local ice hockey team.
Alright. So, you're Tanjo. How
wish.
tilted are you right now?
Kinda. Didn't really find a lot. I would be pretty mad, actually.
Yep.
This is not gonna work. Nope. He knows it.
Yep. Alright. Vidya going through fire. I think Vidya probably actually feels really good right now.
Yeah, he's feeling it. He's you can see him grin. You can see that he's got those light arrows.
Yeah,
he's feeling fine. He did get that fire's path to.
Yes. Yep. He has that hint.
That's really big.
Yeah,
actually.
that's the big thing. Like, he got that hint in Kokiri's Storms before coming here ever. Tanjo ended up double dipping, you know, doing a couple. Oh. So Tanjo can actually beat Spirit. You are required to have a hook shot to get to Twin Rova, but there's one more check here. I imagine he melts the face.
He melts the face at this point. Because otherwise you would have to come back up here if you actually, for some whatever dumb reason, had to beat Twin Rova.
Yeah.
So backflipping here to hit that sun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well,
I
kind of
suppose
important.
we need that.
We do.
I mean, not really.
Tanjo bailing.
Ice. That's definitely ice.
Yes, but it is an interesting choice to do that when, again, you would need to melt the face to progress any further. If for whatever reason, oh well, he's just assuming that he's never gonna have to set foot in Spirit again at this point.
Yeah. Well, on top of that, like, Tanjo set Furor's Wind inside that door, so you just...
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Well, then you're fine.
Yep.
So Tanjo is headed for ice now, and as you said, that will be important for him, considering he's gonna find a hook shot there that is logically long shot, but he doesn't care, and as well as that that Song of Time.
Yeah. Yep. Heading to ice.
What was that? Did you see that jump that Vidya just did?
Was it the one face the wall and then just back?
No, it was used a bomb to kind of jump off the ledge and then back on.
Oh.
It was interesting. I kind of want a clip of that. Chat, can you clip that? Anyway.
Yeah, so Tanjo actually headed towards, like, the item that he needs.
Yeah. Problem for Vidya is he is locked out of here, so he cannot complete this dungeon in one fell swoop. He needs... Actually, no, there is another chest. I thought this was the one.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, never mind.
Yep, this is a key. He has a bow, so he can do that check to get the other key and get up there.
Be fine.
Yep. Alright, Tanjo setting up a Mweep or KZ skip.
Weep skip because of the noise he makes in the vanilla game when he moves to the side, and that was slightly too far right. So, King Zora skip, a relatively recent discovery. You can glitchlessly, which is the important bit, jump past King Zora here by positioning Link so that he jumps off of this ledge to his left.
There we go.
That should be fine. Yep, there we go. And jumps onto this wall. And thus you are past King Zora without ever handing him Rudo's letter.
Yeah, so Vidya actually sneaking out an even like nicer fire temple than you might have thought it would be. Actually able to climb up and get that strength before going fighting Volv.
Yep, he doesn't even need to do the boss fight and come back up here. He will just be able to do it in one round.
One cycle?
One walk through the temple.
One cycle? The temple?
One cycle fire temple.
One cycle fire temple.
I guess that's the thing now. We have made it a thing.
That's usually probably when your boss key is on hammer chest at the very top, but
yeah, but it isn't in this case.
yeah.
Hammer chest is just a hard piece. All right, there's Vidya with his strength 2 just about in a few seconds. Tanjo, meanwhile, he's doing this blind, just to emphasize this. He has no idea that he is about to get a hook shot and a Song of Time for his troubles.
All right. Vidya thinking, yeah. There we go.
We done here.
Just open the shortcut, dude. Open the shortcut. Yeah, this is one of the tougher decisions to make. Where do I keep my Furor's Wind? Because it's really nice to have early because you can just kind of like, don't free the Goron, come on.
But you only have one spot for that
Per
Furor's Wind.
age.
That's the problem. Yeah, you can have it set in one dungeon as adult and one dungeon as child. That is, by the way, changed in the randomizer as compared to the vanilla game. In vanilla, you only had one chance to set Furor's Wind in the same dungeon, and you were only able to use it in the same dungeon. And as soon as you went child or went adult, like as soon as you went through the Temple of Time, that Furor's Wind spot was gone, just removed from the game.
Yep.
Okay, so Vidya will be the first to having 4 of his 5 progression dungeons or progression rewards completed.
And honestly, Din's being in that first check in spirit, like,
that's just rude.
I mean, I already think this is mostly GG's because Tanjo still needs to do Jabu. Don't want to call it too early, but it feels pretty.
I don't disagree. This is just it is slowly stacking up in Jamie's favor.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see if Vidya gets as clean as a Baron, as clean a Vajja fight as Tanjo did. Just Tanjo basically just put on a clinic here.
Yeah, I will say, barring a couple things, Vidya has been super on point today.
True. And that's full Vajja done for VidyaJames.
Yep.
Amazing.
Tanjo not finding anything in ice yet. Will be happy to see Song of Time before going to GTG, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nice glitchless jumps here by Tanjo. Ah, almost. Didn't quite get the angle right, but this is going
There
to
we
work.
go.
There we go.
That key for Vidya. And I expect him to just straight up Requiem.
Requiem, Spirit Temple, see what that Path Dungeon has for him.
Yep.
And in the end, he's going to be in and out even if they're in a flesh. He will not progress any further than getting that Din's Fire.
Yep. It'll depend a little, obviously, if that isn't Din's in the first check, and he does have to do the rest of Spirit.
Yeah, then it's on Twin Rova, so that'll reshuffle the deck certainly.
Yep. Yep.
But even so, Tanjo does still need to do Jabu.
Yeah. If it is on Twin Rova, that gives Tanjo most of that time to do that by comparison. I just think that...
1 second. I'll be right back.
Cool. Tanjo's face there. Not quite sure what he just saw. He's like, wait, that was actually a hook shot? All right. All right. Is this what we are looking for? Will this be go mode for Jamie? I hate getting this chest. It's terrible. Just hookshot is miserable. All right. Oh, it's actually going to be on Twin Rova after all. Conveniently, Mirror Shield is deeper in spirit here, so that's actually really good news for Tanjo. Gives him a little more time. But Tanjo just kind of seems to be floundering a little on what to prioritize as the next checks. So the thing is, Spirit had a strength in it. 2 strengths, actually. The other one's just locked behind the other 2 strengths. So that strength could just be the path item that we're looking for, and we need to go to GTG anyway. It might not be Twin Rova. I think it's interesting that Tanjo is not going GTG at all.
Yeah, he just has that assumption that there is either a Boomerang or a Rudos letter sitting in GTG for him.
Yeah. Which is accurate.
Yes.
But you still need it.
At some point.
It was choose, by the way.
God dang it! it's on Twin Rova. Of course it's on Twin Rova.
Yeah. Well, as I was kind of recapping, I'm like, okay, so there is a confirmed strength. The one in Child Spirit. Like, you know that's required.
Yeah.
So it could just be in GTG Silver Block and not on Twin Rova is what I'm saying. Very interesting that Epona is our access to training grounds when both Big Pose and Horseback Archery are hinted foolish. Oh no.
So
Tanjo?
Vidya has the advantage though of having with having hookshot. He can just route Spirit
No,
Temple.
Tanjo.
I think he's just gonna use that for Rosewind.
Okay, okay.
Yep, there you go.
Okay. I was like,
Deep breaths. We're fine. It's all okay.
everything's fine. Yeah, so Forest, just to recap again, is our light medallion dungeon, meaning it's pre-completed. You should not go in there for any reason other than a Furor's Wind.
Maybe picking up some skulls.
Maybe some skulls.
Like if you're short, that might be a valid reason, but no.
Yeah.
Right, Tanjo now spinning the mirrors and about to fight the 2 witches to get that path item, which at this point has to be Din's Fire. I think.
No, it doesn't have to be. It can still be that strength from Child Spirit, and it's in GTG. But either way, that strength is required for any of this.
Yeah.
But I would say we're optimistic that it's Dins here, so that it's not just a long grind to try and find Dins.
Yeah, we are hoping for that just for the sake of our runners having fun. And not, you know, dragging the seat out for another hour.
Yep.
Could
Yep.
happen.
Yep. But yeah, we do know that that strength is path.
Yep,
It
that
was
is true.
the silvers were strength locked.
Yep. So strength 1 definitely also path in
Yep.
that case. So yeah, you're right. Strength blocking, strength blocking, strength.
Yep.
In this seed. Didn't have any path bombs or bows, but we did have 3 path strengths. Or
Yep.
2 path strengths.
2, yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah,
Ah.
we know that strength 2 is our path from Fire Temple, which is why.
You're just laughing at finding Mirror Shield what you just did.
Why is it always in Spirit? Mirror Shield is like always in Spirit.
Because the randomizer loves itself some vanilla once in a while.
The game's not that creative.
No. Vanilla is a perfectly cromulent flavor.
I don't mind vanilla.
See? Nobody does.
Some people probably don't like vanilla. It's the people who drank like vanilla extract as a kid.
Ooh, yeah, that
And
would
they're
be
like, oh,
traumatizing.
that's awful.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
that's bad. Good job. Good job,
Anyway,
Jamie.
Good talk. There we go. That's Tanjo now. Tanjo now done with phase 1 of Twin Rover. Phase 2 is 3 more shots of that curse and the mirror shield, and then a flurry of sword rushes. Not a slurry.
slurry.
Not a slurry of floor rushes. I don't know. I can English, I swear.
Whoa, Vidya just
Very
trying
close.
to power through.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, rip.
5, 6, and 1 cycled.
He was
Ooh.
going for that. Yeah. Tanjo's boss fights have been just real
On
nice
point.
today.
On point. Yeah. All right, let's hope that Twin Rover has something useful, because otherwise... Oh, come on!
Okay. GTG we go.
Yeah. GTG is the only
Oh.
place left that is Strength 2 locked. So
Yeah.
that has to be it? Question mark?
Yeah.
Shadow,
Tanjo very unhappy about that.
Shadow Path, or Shadow part of the 3 medallion, as far as 3 spiritual stone group of dungeon rewards that you need to get into dungeons, Can I finish this sentence? That you need to even get into Ganon's castle. And so there isn't anything Strength 3 locked in Ganon's castle that would help us
No,
with
I mean,
Shadow here.
yeah, we just need Dins.
We
for
just
go.
need Dins, and it has to be in Strength 2 room in
Yep.
GTG at this point, or it has to be locked behind something we find there.
Yep. Yeah. So this is really interesting. Vidya took kind of a big gamble going to GTG. He knows hookshotless strats, of course, but
Yep.
like didn't actually have that many items to do, no hookshot, no strength 2. And it's just kind of really paid off by way of information.
Mm-hmm. Wasteland? Okay.
Choose.
Choose.
Well, it's really good for Tanjo that Vidya is doing all of Spirit too, so it keeps it a little closer, but
I mean, I would keep up
Vidya's-
hopes that my Dins is in here as well. I would just assume, oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's the 2 strengths.
yeah.
Reverse Wasteland, by the way, another of those speedrun strats that we don't even mention anymore because it's so common in OTR in top OTR runner circles. But this is actually a fairly involved trick. You have 0 guidance, and there are warp zones that'll warp you back to the place you came into, Haunted Wasteland, plenty. So you need to know exactly what way to walk or which way to run in Haunted Wasteland to make it back through there in reverse.
Yep. Mage, no. Dins won't be on Strength 3 Yeet because OGC Fairy is hinted and Shadow locks all the rest of the Strength 3 checks.
Yeah, so it's gonna have to be in Garuda Training Ground at this point.
Yep. Unless we find Kokiri Sword and then it's in Deku.
Would that the seed weren't so cruel.
Alright. Jamie gonna be wrapping up Twin Rova here as well.
Meanwhile, Tanjo is going to go through GTG, and here's another opportunity for him to lose some time. Depending on how deep he goes into GTG for that, for that item.
I mean, I assume if you're following Strength 2, you find this and you're going left side, which is unpopular when you're only looking for 1, but you know that that's the direction of Strength 2 lock
And
checks.
Tanjo does exactly that.
Yep.
He will probably, like, I don't imagine if he finds Dins here, he's even going to peek the maze.
No. He's gonna Nocturne out. Because he'll be in go.
That is Twin Rova wrapped up for VidyaJames, and Vidya will likewise have to reverse back to GTG to get that.
Yeah, having dispelled that,
Yeah.
probably sitting here like, man. Alright, gonna check Prelude first, pick up that horse.
It has to be Epona at this point,
It has
right?
to be Epona. I'm not sure why pick it up at all, but Fortress is foolish, so
There's your horse.
Market also foolish.
Yep. Meanwhile, Tanjo about to grab his Din's Fire, hopefully.
Yeah, if it's not Dins and it's an item that's gonna just kind of send us on a... yes and no, Inko. So Epona is our logical access to Gerudo Training Grounds. That is where our Rudo's letter is, which gets us our long shot. So it's possible that we need that long shot. You're right. So long shot is a few checks in water and shoot the sun.
Yeah. Though Water Temple, oh, there's a big chest straight away. So Water Temple, I think is completely DLC.
Could be.
It's
There
it
it
is.
is.
Go mode for
Alright.
Tanjo.
Yep. It's
But
Tanjo
a
in
long
go
go mode.
first. Yep. Vidya should be headed back to GTG. We'll definitely be getting that. Tanjo just doesn't have time to do Jabu before Vidya would be getting into and through Shadow, I don't think.
We'll see. Tanjo is going to finish Shadow first, so it's basically we're gonna be able to see exactly how much time Tanjo will take for a Go Mode Jabu, but I don't think it'll be enough if Vidya finds that Din's Fire soon. There would need to be something major that goes wrong with Vidya's game at this point for
Yeah,
Tanjo.
you don't want to see that.
Yeah, no.
No one wants to like win or lose that way.
Correct. But what a go mode it is! 2 dungeons, just
Yeah.
out of a
These are bad go mode dungeons.
yeah, both of them are very linear, and also like out of a pool of 4 dungeons you need to beat the game. You got 2 dope go mode dungeons.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Kind of odd.
Kind of rude.
Yeah. Yeah, that first hook shot was just kind of rough. I think we're still... Did we find all of our path hints now? I think.
I don't think we have.
Okay.
We have 4.
Because we're still missing one to Volvagia. We have 2 for Jabu, 2 for Bongo.
I mean, it has to be DC path to Volvagia at this point, wherever it is.
Yeah.
For the hammer.
Well, we still haven't found our tunic or our wallet.
No, we have a wallet.
We found a wallet, but it's wallet locked.
VidyaJames taking the
Yeah.
meat grinder approach to beating these Wolfos.
I hate when this is a key or an item.
Yeah,
This room's bad.
isn't particularly fun to collect those silver runes.
No.
It's just annoying.
Just annoying.
I mean, I get that they didn't want to make it easy on you at this point. It's the final dungeon you beat in the game. Okay. Final or second to last?
It'll be second to last. Like, the idea is you find it before you go to Spirit, I think.
I see. But yeah, this is Vidya done with GTG in go mode himself and about to enter Shadow Temple. And Tanjo, meanwhile, has the first 4 rooms of Shadow Temple.
Yeah.
Don't think that's enough of a buffer.
No. It's still going to be much closer than it looked like it might be at one point.
True.
Vidya ended up doing some overworld checks. Took the long way to GTG to pick up Epona. Okay. Alright, so this is a strat that you can do. One of the first 4 checks has to be a small key. And so what runners end up doing a lot is I'm just gonna skip the first 2 checks. See if I can save that time because I have Furor's Wind. I can set it later in the dungeon.
It became popular in Random Settings League first, and then also caught on with standard runners. Because in the end, if you have Furor's Wind, there is 0 cost to just skipping those and going as far as you can. And ideally, if you're in go mode, you just saved yourself some time. If you end up if it ends up that you do need those one of those 2 checks, you drop Furor's Wind, and you're
Save.
likewise
Yeah,
done.
save quit, back to the start of the dungeon.
With maybe like the risk-reward ratio here is pretty good. Save quit back to the dungeon and get those 2 first checks, and then Furor's Wind right back to where you were. No problem.
Vidya probably feeling pretty like good finding that key there.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I get to go.
Did we see a key in the first 2 checks? Don't recall.
I don't think so. I think it was just junk.
I think that gamble might have paid
Yeah,
off.
I think it was a successful gamble.
Random settings leak. Let's talk about that a bit. If you're bored with just your regular OOT randomizer, i.e. where you know the settings beforehand, there is also random settings leak, where you don't just randomize the items in the game and where those are, you randomize the settings of the game. You randomize the settings of the randomizer.
Yep.
So, for example, you don't know going into the seed. Are the songs shuffled into just any location, or I don't know? You maybe need to collect 90 Scrotal Dust to make it across the Rainbow Bridge. You don't know. You can just you get that information as you play the seed. You can glean it from certain hints or certain information that you get during the seed.
Yeah.
It is very fun. Obviously, the seeds, the random settings leak seeds, because of their nature, vary in duration a lot. So it can go anywhere from, recently we had an hour or so, maybe 1.5 hours of random settings leak race restreamed over on one of the other channels. That was just a 25 blue getting caught. Tanjo getting caught here. That was just a 25-piece Triforce hunt. Was done in after an hour and a half, but those can also go pretty long.
Yeah, lots of stuff that you can check out with this game.
So if you haven't yet, go give it a try yourself. OOTrandomizer.com. Both of them completely foregoing that big chest because obviously they are in go mode. They don't need any more major items to beat this seed.
But what if it's Big Goron Sword?
Then we don't care at this point.
I care.
Well, you might.
I missed it, but it looks like Vidya probably voided, missed this platform the first time through.
It does happen.
So I had to go back through. No big deal, but...
So what does Vidya winning mean for this group? Let's have a look.
Oof.
And at this point, I think we can pretty safely say, unless something really bad goes wrong really badly, this is what we're looking at. So by now, there are 4 people with exactly 1 win in this group. So everyone.
No! Okay, so we were talking about this group being kind of nightmare scenario.
It's spicy, but also there are 2 matches left to play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So Adraxis has played their matches completely and snagged 1 win. Mr. Mario still needs to play a match. Tanjo still needs to play 1. Or is in the process of playing 1, so it's Jamie versus Mr. Mario at this point.
Oh, okay.
So that's still missing.
Yeah, I
Jamie.
think they have that planned for like 2 hours from now.
Likely. So Jamie versus Mr. Mario. Jamie will have 2 Ws at this point. So Mr. Mario versus Jamie versus Mr. Mario will decide if there will be a 3-way tie for 2nd place.
Amazing.
So neither Tanjo nor Adraxis are out of this tournament yet.
Yeah. Fantastic. Vidya having some trouble in the wind tunnel here. The timing of this is really hard to get, honestly.
Yeah.
There's a few ways to cheese around it, but Iron Boots is what like the expectation is.
Yeah, the expectation is just to put on your iron boots and don't worry about this. But, oh, well, if you don't have iron boots, you just...
But you don't have iron boots, yeah. Tanjo does. No one will be street fighting as their tiebreaker. Some of them may flip coins. That's possible.
That's possible. I've also... There are side bets to several races here. So, the side bet to Jackstronomy versus Sponge earlier today, no, yesterday, was the loser has to chuck a shot of soy sauce.
Oh.
And Jax has said to Sponge that he does need to provide the soy sauce for them to do it.
Sure, sure.
So let's see.
Yeah, sadly, not a go mode shadow. If the keys are nice, you get to skip these back 2 rooms. They were not today.
No, they were not. But do we expect Shadow Temple to ever be nice? Let's be honest to ourselves.
Yes and no. I think we had a go mode shadow yesterday.
Well, okay.
I think. I don't know for sure, but I think. Ice percent as a tiebreaker. Sure, sure.
I mean, sure. Ice percent. Ice percent, by the way, a fun little community game mode that was established that basically is a single Triforce piece, hard plandoed onto the final chest in Ice Cavern, and so you get you need to get a way into Ice Cavern as fast as possible to get that Triforce piece. Matches in Ice percent last anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour usually, but we have also seen 2-hour Ice percent races.
I've played one.
Yeah, same here.
I lost by 7 minutes to Sponge back here.
No.
No, I did. It was real good. Real good.
It's really great.
All right, Tanjo facing off against Bongo Bongo. I'm guessing he'll be halfway through Jabu, maybe a little more when Vidya finishes.
Good shots here. Let's see. Oh. And you just spin to win. Nails it. That is how you one-cycle Bongo. Very nice. Yeah, Tanjo's boss fights today were just on point.
Yeah, yeah. Spin strats are always very fun to watch.
Yeah.
Usually you're just doing the usual jump slash crouch stab.
Yep.
But spin strats just swag. So swag.
Yep. Jump slash crouch stab at 120 beats per minute.
My beats per minute never been the same. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Don't be.
So sorry.
No. Never apologize, Melqui.
And with that, happy 2.
Happy 2 hours.
Happy 2 hours. I was very optimistic about a half hour ago that this would sub 3. Sub 2. It will sub 3.
It will definitely sub 3, and we are close to sub 2ing this. I think this will be done in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thanks, bot. Yeah, Tanjo is playing both OOT Randomizer and Wind Waker Randomizer tournaments.
Yep.
There are several runners in this tournament who have signed up for multiple tournaments. There's even one runner who has signed up for 5 tournaments in total.
Oh, no.
Of the 9 that are played this weekend.
I can't even, like, watch the one.
Yeah,
in its entirety.
Hard to keep track.
All right. Nice. Okay. Oh, Vidya also going for spin
For the
strats.
spin to win. Speed.
Oh,
That's,
okay.
ooh,
Maybe.
maybe not.
Yeah.
Works. Nice. Excellent. Yes, Toffel, that is the person I spoke about.
All right, Tanjo on the way to Jabu. Vidya gonna get in the blue warp, be on his way to Ganon's.
And with that, Vidya is now done with all the requirements, with all the required dungeons to beat this seed. All he needs to do is get to Ganon's castle, get that rainbow bridge to spawn in, and then climb the tower. Vidya's chilling. Vidya seems to be confident of himself. Seems to be relaxed, in a good mindset. Meanwhile, Tanjo heading through Foolish Zora's domain up to King Jabu Jabu. We'll see how far through Jabu's belly he gets before Vidya ends the race.
Yeah. I mean, climb, we usually say, what, 5-6 minutes?
Climb and boss fight together, 5 to 7 minutes.
5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Jabu takes about 8.
Yeah, so pretty good chunk of Jabu will be done.
So really, we'll probably be about 10 minutes behind, and that's just so interesting how just the way Jamie did checks made for a little more efficient dipping in dungeons.
Yeah, he was more thorough in the beginning, like you advocated for, and that really paid dividends this time around.
Yep. Yeah, it certainly doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes you just find something and you go down a rabbit hole. But that first hook shot was huge.
Oh, absolutely. That really did make the game for him.
Because that hook shot, like, if Tanjo had picked up that, he'd have saved all the time in ice. Getting to ice, leaving ice, unthawing King Zora.
Yeah. And the second hook shot didn't come into play at all. It really wasn't relevant.
Yeah, it wasn't needed. It was just nice for Tanjo to find it.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't need long shot anywhere in this scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, both Longshot and Iron Boots downloadable content this season. You don't need it to beat the game. Meanwhile,
oh no, Vidya, no.
Oh, taking a ride on Air Iron Knuckle.
Yeah, accidentally activated the other Iron Knuckle. Got a little too close. Picking up some hearts just in case.
And that is the fight against Salt and Pepper done, though. Salt and Pepper obviously called that because of their coloration. The 2 Iron Knuckles in Ganon's castle. And with that, Vidya has all the enemies on the climb to Ganon's boss chamber beat. Just needs one more set of stairs to climb, and one last menu to get the bottle and hammer out and the light arrows.
Yeah, so we get to fight Ganondorf now.
Yep. Ganondorf, the big evil wizard who took Zelda hostage at the beginning at the so-called, or sorry, at the light arrow cutscene, which the cutscene itself has been removed out of the randomizer. But,
yeah, who's Sheik?
Who's Sheik? Exactly. Never met him.
All right.
And now it's time for the last menu.
Oh, Vidya had a fairy.
Yep. Safety fairy.
Yep.
And there we go. You use the bottle here instead of your sword as it is normally intended because the bottle just has so many more frames where you can hit Ganondorf, where you can hit that light ball and reflect it back at Ganondorf.
Yep. And you're allowed to keep your crouch stab then.
Yep.
Just nice one cycle.
Yep, nice one cycle by VidyaJames. So that is Ganondorf beat one last step. It is time to slay a pig.
I think Vidya's gonna pop off. Like,
I think he will.
I think
he's gonna be the undisputed winner of his group. The only way he can still share that win, at least, is by losing against Mr. Mario later today. But he's definitely going to be through the group stage into brackets.
Oh no, the Master Sword is gone.
Whatever shall we do? Well, maybe we can use the crouch stab that we stored. Sorry, the jump slash that we stored earlier on by power crouch stabbing with the hammer.
Yep.
That might be helpful. Power crouch stab, one of the few glitches allowed in the standard rule set for OOT Randomizer. Turns out crouch stabs, kind of a special attack in OOT. It'll always use the damage value of the last sword attack you did before the crouch stab, and if you jump slashed, which is a four times attack boost over the basic sword slash, then you're just gonna do a hell of a lot of damage to Ganondorf, or Ganon, or any other enemy.
Yep. And it's not even just the sword that it applies to, so like that's why you could use the hammer for that first cycle. You still get all of the damage from the Master Sword jump slash.
Yep, by crouch stabbing with the hammer, which is fun and useful. And Jamie just lost his crouch stab, his jump slash there.
Yep.
And I don't think he realized. So this will be a bit more of a long...
I think he's only got 2 left anyway. Oh, just
or
one.
Not, just one. Yeah, and I think it is time, Chad, for you to get your GGs in for VidyaJames, who takes this game against Tanjo and getting... getting the win over Tanjo puts him in the first or second place in his group. He is through group stage. GG's, folks.
GG's.
Both of them shaking hands. Tanjo immediately forfeiting. Doesn't want to play this out, even though he's in go mode himself.
Yeah, no, still pretty close on Big Octo, so just the last few rooms of Jabu and a climb, door fight, and such.
Jamie, Tanjo, want to join us for an interview?
Yeah, we'll give them a second. Do you want me out since the camera's a little...
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's move out a bit. Oh. Right? No, you're
No,
one seat too far to the right.
No, I'm not doing the interview.
You're not doing the interview.
Bye.
Folks, Jamie, Tanjo, want to join us for an interview quickly? Go grab a mic from there, and let's talk about this.
Howdy.
Howdy.
What's good?
So, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
You've made it through group stage with this win.
I'm guaranteed to play on Saturday, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty dang cool, indeed. And how do you feel about the seed?
Well, those hooks were pretty nasty, huh?
Yeah.
Those hooks.
Oh, they were nasty, all right.
Find the whole thing.
Both of you found different hook shots.
Yeah, I have to imagine, like, if you don't find the one on Composer Flames, then you just go to ice, right? Like, there's no harm in going ice, right? If you know there's a hook shot there. It's just as soon as I got the path to the graveyard path to Bongo, I'm like, I remember there was a big chest on Dompe. I didn't remember if it was hovers or something else, but I just wanted to double check. So you saw I went there as child and I messed it up twice, and I'm like, damn. So I went to Kakiri Forest specifically because where do I buy sticks? I'm like, okay, Goron City, there's a stick, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go do that. So might as well check the.
Might as well check the storm.
Yeah, the
Squirtle.
storms, and then it's fire arrows. Okay, great. I can do this as an adult. I don't need to try. Doing this. It is really cold in this room. My hands are like so
It is so
cold.
cold in here.
It was definitely messing up my execution. So I blame that for composer flames. But maybe I just need to warm my hands up by the torches. It'll be fine.
Maybe you just need to get good.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, exactly. It's a skill issue.
Absolutely. Anyway, you are not wrong that it is cold in this room, though. Yeah, you said there's no harm in going to Ice Cavern if you have the hint for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Tanjo, you did that blind, right?
I did.
Yeah, we
I
can
did,
hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's working.
It's fine.
Yeah. Where's the hint?
one was Hyrule Castle 2, and the other one was in Fountain.
Okay, yeah, I did not get that one. I just went blind because I was thinking, what's the path in Spirit? And I was like, oh, maybe it's the wallet for King Zora. And then I did ice into Fountain, and then I was melting King Zora, and I was like, wait a minute, these were foolish.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a little rough. Yeah, as soon as I saw that graveyard bongo hint in Fountain, I think, I was like, there's one check there, but also I got Nocturne in Composer Grave, so I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. I think I routed that one pretty good in the early game, and then it kind of went amiss with Spirit. Like, I think I dipped Spirit a billion times.
Did you go all the way to Twinroba?
I did, yeah. I was reversing the GTG, and I was like, I don't remember what I got in Spirit, so I should do Rova. And then as I was climbing, I was like, oh, I got a Strength on Child's Side.
Right.
But it was I had to commit to the bit at that point.
Yeah, and like I had this moment in Fire Temple where like I
Get a bit closer to the
got
mic.
Strength 2, and I pressed the Ferrare's win button, and I'm like, wait, I have it set in GTG. I could go check that right now, but I feel a little bit more confident about Spirit having Dins, so I exited out and used. That was a total misplay, by the way. Like, there's no way Fire's gonna have anything else. And afterwards, I was thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, that was the wrong decision. So it could have been a lot faster for me, I think, if I had done that. But I think the big things that made it was like obviously getting the hook in Composer Flames, and also reversing to GTG early worked out really, really well for me. Getting that Rudos right away, and because they were both path to Jabu's and Rudos were both path to Jabu, which meant that because it was a medallion, that it couldn't lock anything like related to Dins or anything else. So the whole time I was like, yeah, like ice. Like as soon as I got the hook, I'm like, there's no reason to go to ice ever. So yeah, I just I'm glad I know that about path hints now, because that's really powerful information.
The layering behind the path hint layering really came into effect here.
That wasn't on my mind. I'll tell you that much.
It's fine.
You got other games to worry about.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
But yeah, no, the path hint stuff is really came in clutch there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole time, because I had done Spirit, the whole time going through Shadow, I'm like, man, oh my god, I'm so nervous. Like, I feel so behind. And I just skipped the beginning, like the first two chests. I'm like, this is gonna bite me super hard, and then I guess it just worked out a little better for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Tanjo, you were slightly less thorough, I think, in your Child 1 than Jamie was in the end. I think Jamie, you legit did a 30 or 40 minute Child 1.
I felt like it was way too thorough, honestly. Like, because I got the bomb bag in Valley, and there's just another one in Kakiri Forest. I got the bow.
That's happened to me too.
Yeah.
I was like, I doubt Vidya's gonna do Valley, so I just lose time there. But
that's the thing that we were talking about this at breakfast with like stuff like the foolish hints, and how if you don't see Valley as one of your foolish hints, it's almost guaranteed to have like an important item there. So like I think it's really important to like route that early if you can. And I mean, you didn't really have a good way to forest anyway, so you might as well just do like Valley Lake and then go back that way.
Yeah.
And then there was also the bow on Hot Rod or Goron. I'm like, oh hell yeah, like bow and Child Goron, that's great. And then there's just another one in Forest. I'm just like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No path bows, no path bombs, 2 path strengths though.
Yeah. 2 path strengths, and then strength 3, that was completely useless.
Yeah.
How do you feel in general about the Sea, Tanjo?
I think it's okay. It's much better than my Seed versus Mario, at least. I think I misexecuted this one. So yeah, it is what it is.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I can't say that was the cleanest execution for me either. So just like again, I blame my cold hands.
Yeah.
Hopefully the practice room or the tournament room when I play Mario right after this. By the way, hopefully it'll be a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
But at this point, yeah.
I also didn't realize it was like switch targeting instead of hold targeting.
Thanks for that, Toba.
Yeah.
So that kind of tripped me up for the seed. I didn't know if you could change it, so I just did it the whole time.
Oh, you were playing on Switch the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh
no.
Dang.
I was like, I didn't want to waste time in the options menu looking for this, and it doesn't exist.
So I realized right away.
Yeah.
I intentionally save warp as adult just so I could set it back, and then I realized, wait, I'm going child. I'm gonna save warp like in 2 seconds. just do it then. I'll be sure to check that in my next race.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just how the seeds came out. We didn't change anything in the random
It's
randomizer.
definitely on us to check that. You're no fault here.
All right.
Thank you again for doing thank you to you and Mel as well for doing.
Yeah, thank you for
commentary.
that.
Thank you for putting on a heck of a show.
Yeah,
also,
thank you both.
Also,
really,
thanks to Starlight Dancers and Lady Draco for tracking.
Shoutouts to our trackers. Thank you.
Yeah, y'all are amazing.
The hard work
So I
here.
got my race against Mario, like whenever he feels like it, I guess. At this point,
at this point, this bracket, this group can still end in a 3-way tie for second place. So if you take a clean sweep of this group, if you win against Mario, Tanjo and Mario and Aldraxis will go for a tiebreaker for the second
so
spot
I'm guessing,
in brackets.
Did Mario beat Audra then in the other race? Then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you could basically ruin their entire day by forcing them to play another match of Uter.
Oh,
That
I will say
would not be ideal.
Yeah, knowing that the pressure's completely off, knowing that I made second day or third day, I guess. Like I feel so much more relaxed now. So we'll see how that affects the way I played the seed against Mario. But should be an interesting one, and I'm sure when you hear the result, we'll see if we have a 3-way tie or not.
All right, but yeah, sorry Tanjo, you're not out of this yet.
Yeah.
Tanjo, you want?
Wait,
So are you,
if you lose, am I out of it?
yeah, if I lose, then
All right.
Mario's 2-1, I'm 2-1, and you're 1-2-1. And
All right.
but
Well,
so the question is,
keep your hands cold.
do you want me to win so that you have to play another tiebreaker and potentially make bracket, or do you want me to lose and know that you're out and just focus on Wind Waker?
Ooh.
You are not throwing.
I would say that if you want to lose, then don't feel bad about losing.
I will try my best. But it is Mr. Mario, so
Yeah.
you know.
That's
Yeah.
fair, yeah.
Let's be quite honest. You don't exactly go into a match against Mr. Mario expecting to win this.
Absolutely not. But stranger things have happened, so we'll see. I'd like to say that I swept my group, so you know.
Yeah,
I will try my hardest.
Yeah, go sweep that group, dude.
Yeah, even if it means everyone else is going to be annoyed at me for having to play another race.
I am sorry from the commentator booth. I am always in favor of more Uter.
Yeah, I respect it.
That's fair.
Let's go.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much again for the restream.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mel.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you,
you both.
Tanjo, and-
GG's.
GG's.
Once again, Tanjo.
For putting on a heck of a show. Thank you. This was certainly something to watch. And thank you all for watching. And we'll see you soon here with more OTR and a bunch of other games that are currently happening in this very room here on Speedgaming. So just stay tuned.
Take care.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Later.
Bye.